Hello everyone, and welcome to this second video of the reactjs basics learning series. So hope you have seen my first video, and it's very important. I will suggest you that before moving forward to this video, in the second video of this series, please have a look on the first video, because this is in continuation to that first video where I stopped in the first video. So basically, in the first video of this series, we saw that how you can specify the images in JSX, how you can write JSX in a React component. At the same time, we have seen that how you can use some free styling using Semantic UI, and we have used its CDN link. At the same time, just to generate some fake images, we have used another library which is called faker.js. So this was all about the recap of the first video. Now, in this video today, what we are going to see that how you can extract the JSX to the new components and how you can duplicate a single component. So basically, the target or the agenda of this video or the second video of this series is how you can extract JSX to new components, and at the same time how you can duplicate a single component. So let's get started. So I'm just opening the Visual Studio Code, the same solution which we created actually in the first video. Okay, so just a small recap once again. What we did, we wrote our code in the index.js. This is a React app or React component, and we created an app which is a const app. The name of the component is app. And what we did, that we used the semantic UI, which provides you some, you can say, free styling or the free views which you can use in your project. So this is the semantic UI URL, you can say official documentation or official website. And we have used the styling from this particular app, where we tried to create basically this kind of a structure, which is a comment structure, which is having an image and the comment text when it was posted and so on. So if I show you the output of this particular basically the project or the code which we have written in the first video, I have already ran the command npm start, so you can see the output. So till here we are good. So what we have achieved till now, that we have seen the comments. Okay, so if I go back to the code, what we have done, we have written a h3, a header kind of thing, and then we duplicated our code from this line. So you can see here, from this line the code is duplicated in the same file, which is index.js. Now, if I come to the agenda of this particular video, the agenda is to extract JSX to new component. Now, what does it mean? Let's understand it very quickly, that why you want to extract this particular JSX, which is getting duplicated or repeated, to new component. The reason is because this code, if you see from top to bottom, this code very much repetitive, very much duplicative, and very much clumsy in nature, because as soon as your project or your structure will start growing, you will have multiple files. It will be very difficult to debug this code. Okay, so that is why it is always a good practice to divide or to extract your code into multiple files. All right, so what we are going to do is, now in the src folder, okay, I am in the src folder. What you can do, you can create a new file. Let's create a new file, and let's name it as, let's say, comment detail.js. All right, so we have created another file with the name commentdetail.js. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to extract this particular code, which is repetitive or duplicative in nature, to some other file. Okay, so what we are going to write in this particular file is first the same command import, which we always write at the top of any React component or any React file, right? So what we are going to write is import react from React, right? So this is a very common statement, a very common, you can say, code snippet, which you have to write. Import React from React in every React file. All right. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create one app. Okay. So what we are going to create is we are going to create one component in this particular file, so that we can extract the duplicative code from the main file, which is index.js, right? So what I'm going to write is const comment detail. I'm just giving a name of the component, just like we have given the name as app. I'm just giving a name to my component in another file. Okay, so is equal to, right? So what I have done here is that I have created another component in another file, which is commentdetail.js. So let's continue to return something in this particular component. So we can write a return statement. Okay. And now what we are going to do is we are going to add the JSX, which we want to extract from the main file, which is index.js. So let's copy that particular div, which we want to basically extract from the main file, and add the same, you can say, the JSX code in another component, which is comment detail. Okay, so let's indent it and just save this file. Now from the index.js, since we have copied or extracted the JSX, now we can delete this repetitive code from here. So I'm just deleting whatever repetitive code we have in the index file, and I'm going to just now save this file. Okay. Now you can see your app component. We have only one div and a header. Okay. So let's save this and just see the output. Now you can see the output. Now the complete JSX has been removed because we have removed that from the index.js. Now what we have to do now, our code, the basic code of showing the comments and the date, is now in another file that has been extracted to another file. So what we have to do first of all, so since this is the new file or new component, you can say, which you have created with the name comment detail. Okay. Now to export it so that you can use it in index.js, what you have to write the command export default, the name of the component. Right. So now what you are saying is that you have to export this particular component having the name comment detail. Let's save this file. And one more important thing, since we are using src faker.image.avatar in this file, so it's a good practice that we can import this particular, you can say, file or JS, the third party JS, in this particular file now, because that is being called in this file instead of index.js. Okay, so this is all about this new file, which is comment detail.js. So what we have done, we have created a new component, and we are exporting that particular component. Now the last part. Now if I see the output, still, if you see the output, still we can't see our JSX or the comments, because we haven't called yet this file in our main file, which is index.js. So what we can do, we can write here import, what is the name of the component? The name of the component is comment detail, right? And from comment detail. So now you have exported, first of all, from the new file, new component you have already exported, and now you have imported also. Now still we are not able to see, we will not see any output because we have not called yet the component. So let's call the component. What is the component name? Component name is not app, component name is comment detail, right? Now let's save this file. Let's save this file and let's see the output. Now as you can see, we have got our output, the JSX which we are looking for. Now there will be a question in your mind, because in the previous video I showed you three comments were appearing in the output. Now as of now only one comment is visible. Why it has happened? The reason being because we have extracted the JSX. So one part of this video is complete now, which is extracting JSX to new components. Now the another part, if you want to show the multiple JSX, like the duplicating the JSX, what you can do, the other part, or the last part of this particular video, duplicating a single component. So what you can do is you can write this multiple times in your app or in your main file, if you want to duplicate that code, or you want to call the other component multiple times. So now let's see the output. Great. So it's the output is now similar to what we had in the first video. So what we have learned in this video is that how you can extract your JSX from the main file to another file, and you can use another component. And second thing is how you can duplicate a component in a React based project. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next videos.